What's up, guys? It's episode 2 of 100 Mil from Scratch. And in the beginning of this episode, I bought a bunch of coal and iron so I could start doing steel bars. I wanted to start doing blast furnace, but I didn't realize that you need 60 smithing to be able to do blast furnace. And before I start smithing, I'm just going to do my Randolph farm run. It's pretty simple. I mean, you guys have seen it in episode 1. I'm going to be doing these Randolph farm runs as soon as after the 120 minutes, as soon as they pop up. So in the next episodes, I don't think I'll need to add those in, but I'll keep my herbs in my bank so you guys can have proof that it's been completed. And yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, and I'll come back with you guys as soon as the next clip shows up. Alright guys, now I'm starting to do my steel bars. I decided to do them in Edgeville because it's the closest furnace that I could find. And in old school RuneScape it doesn't require any of the Varrock diaries to complete. It's an alright money making method. You make about 50 to 100 gold per bar, but I just did it to save money because I'm going to be doing cannonballs after I make all these bars. And cannonballs are around, I'd say 250k to 300-ish max k an hour. As you can see, 126k, and I'm doing all the math, so I will make 201k once I do the cannonballs. But you have to have dwarf cannon completed in order to make cannonballs, and you need 35 smithing, so that's why I needed to do the bars, because I was only at 32. You just go here, it's only 5 coins to buy the mold once you've completed the quest, but the cannonballs take forever to make, so I really do not suggest doing this. The only reason I would do this is if you're like AFKing on another account. And I made 200k from those cannonballs, and I ended up buying more steel bars and doing it again. I ended up selling all my cannonballs for 174k, and I decided to do some blue dragon hides from a suggestion from one of the viewers in the French chat I hang out with. And it's a pretty good money making method. The only problem with this money making method is you need money to make money. So, and before I started to do that, I realized as soon as I got there, I was like, oh, I need to go get Boots of Lightness. And Boots of Lightness can be found near the Ranging Guild, but it needs a cannon and something to slash the web with. And I hopped to Worlds a couple times to get a couple boots because I like bank spaces, one of those kind of people. So then I just went back to Al-Kharid and made some more dragon hides. Like I said, it's an alright money making method if you already had money to start with. Then you'd make a good amount of money. But since I don't have much money, it's not that much. Now that I have 325k from those dragon hides, I decided to go do some some nature runes because it's very profitable, and like I said in the first episode, I would highly recommend getting the requirements for nature runes. It's pretty low requirements, and I ended up doing 4,000 nature runes, but I didn't have enough money to buy all the glories, so I ended up having to go sell these nature runes to buy more glories. But then I ended up, once I completed it, it was pretty easy though, but it took a long time. I would say it took a couple hours. Oh yeah, and this guy, he was in the bank, or at the GE, he was talking about doubling people's money, and I was testing it, and if somebody ever trades you orange trunks, do not accept them. They're only worth around 100 GP in the GE. I mean, the GE says they're worth 12k, but they're not. They sell for like 100 GP. And this is me after I completed my nature runes. I made up to a mil. And once I sell all this, I am going to go buy ranging supplies because I need to make around, I think I need to get around 70 ranging to get enough range requirements for Zulrah, so I can start doing Zulrah runs for you guys. That'll be a little bit more entertaining. And I have 72 magic and I'll have 70 range, so I can just barely do it. And the bronze knives, they weren't buying, so I ended up just going with bronze darts because why not? They're cheaper. If I need any more, I can just go buy more. Now once I bought all those range supplies, I decided I wanted my Gothics book back, so I bought each of the pages requirements for Gothics book. I tried to give it away in the friends chat, nobody was there at the time, so I ended up just having to give it to some random guy over here. As you can see in the chat, I said 10 minutes and no one really showed up. My friend who was in one of the viewers that was in the friends chat was doing Jad, so he couldn't really come get it. Usually he comes to get it, but this guy ended up just trading me as soon as I said that, and I just gave him a free 200k. And the sharks he gave me I ended up dropping because I didn't want to keep them. And this is me just running up to go get my Gothics book, and that's about all for this episode. If you guys have any suggestions, leave them in the chat or leave them in the comment section. And right now we have around 700k after I bought all the range supplies. I might end up spending 200k more. Need to get that 70. Hopefully next episode I can start doing Zulrah. If not, we'll do some more money making methods. But if you guys have any other suggestions, leave them in the chat for episode 3.